It's November, and you know what that means? We're putting up the Christmas tree. I know it's super early, but this year I'm just so excited for Christmas. So I'm going to put my tree up right now. We got all the parts. I'm honestly not too sure where to put this tree up. I want to have it in the living room because this is where we're going to mostly like sit down and relax. So the two spots I can think of is either right here or back there where Suki's crate is. I have no idea how big this tree is. I think this is the first. This is huge. It's been sitting in our closet for months now, so it definitely needs a little shaping. Second layer. This feels unreal. I'll get back to you soon. I went ahead and fluffed out each of these branches individually, and oh boy, it took a long time, but it was definitely worth it. I feel like this tree looks more like it's alive now, and it just looks prettier, so it was worth it because it had been sitting in our closet all cramped up for months, so it definitely needed a little bit of a fluff. Now, I also have some tree lights in these bags. This is all the tree decoration I have on hand here right now. My husband and I are going to have to fully decorate the tree some other day because our old decorations are actually at his mom's house still, so we're going to have to go and get them. But I have some lights here, and my biggest fear is that some of them might be broken. I already opened up two of these light strings. One of them had one bulb that looked broken. Now this one looks like it's fine, so let's see what color they are because I have no idea. I'm going to just plug it in and hope that firstly I don't get electrocuted, and secondly that the house doesn't burn down, because those are my biggest fears. Oh, they work. Look at that. Oh, they are so pretty. This is actually exactly what I was hoping for. So I'm going to try and put this on the tree. This is gonna be so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to have to start cooking soon, but I'll put these on the tree and I'll see if I can find another string because I don't know how many strings this tree is going to need, but probably more than one. Our Christmas tree star actually plugs into this if I remember correctly, so I'll leave this over here on the top. I packed them up like this a couple months ago because otherwise they were just a huge tangled up pile, and this actually makes it so much easier to put them up because the tape keeps them from getting tangled. I'm gonna have to check if this one is also good to go or if it's broken. No! At least I can see what it looks like right now. We can always add more lights later. I'm honestly so happy with how the tree turned out. I turned the lights off right now, but it looks so pretty. The camera doesn't do it justice. I feel like it looks so much better in person, but I do feel like my husband and I are going to have to add another strip of lights in the bottom, kind of redo that part because I was trying to just get it over with. I wanted to see what it would look like, so we'll have to redo that a little bit. And then I think we decided that on Monday we're going to continue and fully decorate the tree, so stay tuned for that. But now I'm actually going to start cooking. I made some Estonian marinated pumpkin yesterday and I got 6 jarfuls of it. Let's make some Estonian marinated pumpkin. This is a traditional Christmas recipe. I already cut up the pumpkin yesterday and put it to soak in water and vinegar overnight. You have to use the strong Eastern European 30% vinegar. for this recipe. So now all that's left to do is to put this to boil, add an ungodly amount of sugar and some spices. I already put some to cook over here in the crock pot and it smells so good. I put it in there because I don't have any big pots and I thought this one would actually be bigger than this pan, but it's not. I really need a big pot that I could use in the stove. But either way, I'm going to add in the sugar and then all the spices and put it to boil. Honestly, this even isn't that much sugar. Okay, it's quite a lot. But it's not the water that we're going to eat, it's the pumpkin. So I'm going to try and be careful with mixing this up because I don't want anything to spill. I'm already spilling stuff. This is asking to be a disaster. I removed some of the water and vinegar mixture for now because I'm hoping that as it boils, the water levels go down so I have more space in the pan. I've never actually made this recipe before, so I'm hoping that it turns out good. My aunt said that this should be a good recipe and the reviews were very good, and as of now, the smell is quite promising. So I'm going to have to let this boil on medium heat for about an hour and then we'll be putting it into jars. And now I'm planning on making an Estonian Christmas dinner. A couple weeks ago, I was able to find this European store close to where I live, which I'm so grateful for. So what I bought was some rye bread, which I'm going to have to put in the oven. I don't know why, but for some reason it tells me to put it in the oven. Another traditional thing we eat in Estonia in the winter is blood sausage. However, this is like a Polish blood sausage, which I've never tried. I'm gonna have to see how it tastes and if it's good enough for me to buy it again. I hope that it's going to be good, but it is a little different from the Estonian blood sausage, so I don't really know what to expect, but hopefully it's good. And then I'm also going to make some pan-fried cabbage, which is made from sauerkraut. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's kind of like a sweeter version of sauerkraut. In Estonia, we traditionally make a lot of sauerkraut and just a lot of fermented things in general, just because that's the most optimal for storage. So in our traditional cuisine, we use a lot of fermented and sour things. I feel like sauerkraut is something that the more like adult people enjoy eating a lot. However, we also use sauerkraut to make this other type of cabbage dish that doesn't taste as sour, and I remember just loving it as a child. So I'm going to try and make that from the sauerkraut that I've had actually sitting in my pantry for a long time. I've tried making this recipe before as well, but it hasn't turned out exactly how I want it. It still stayed too sour. So what I'm going to try doing today is rinse the cabbage a little bit. I'm still going to keep the juice just to add some of it to the recipe if I feel like I need to. But I read online somebody suggested rinsing the sauerkraut and then frying it with apple juice. So that's what we're going to try to do. And then I'm also going to boil some potatoes. So this should be a good little Estonian Christmassy dish. And then I also have some cranberry jam that I bought from the store that we're going to eat with this sausage. I saw this trick online where you kind of scrunch up the parchment paper so that it wouldn't roll around. Would you look at that? I usually just turn it the other way, but this actually worked really good. It smells like proper rye bread. got our Caseify order. Woohoo! My phone case has been looking like this. It's all messed up. This thing is so strong, so sturdy.
My case isn't even a case. I have an iPhone, it's iPhone
11.
12 or 11, and they just ran out of cases for that, or at least this version of the case, which is like the most protective.
Well, this is more protective, but they don't have that for
they don't have the most protective cases anymore, and so this is like the only one they had in store, but
it was the last one too.
Better than, you know, whatever I have going on here.
That's also Caseify.
Somebody was like, dang, you got a boneless case. You asked for a boneless case. So yeah, this is much improvement. Yeah. Ooh, this feels so weird. This feels weird. Boom! Wow, this feels good. It makes me feel like I feel more confident with
dropping your phone.
No.
It's time to do some decorating. It took us a couple days, but I finally was able to retrieve our old ornaments. The year when we bought these, we were so late with getting a tree and all the decorations, so these are like the last ones in the store. There's not many of them, but I'm gonna put them up and see how the tree looks. I also fixed the lights. I added an extra string of lights. Turns out one of the bulbs on the top layer is a little bit fried, but hopefully that's okay, so let's get to decorating. I just realized we have these snowflake hangers for the golden ornaments. So cute. That's all the Christmas decoration I have right now. We're definitely going to have to buy some more. The tree is still looking a little bit empty, but it's looking so much better now than when I first put it up. I thought that perhaps I wouldn't be in love with the gold and red combo, but I think it actually looks really great, and it adds a little more Christmas spirit into the room. So I'm so satisfied with how it turned out. I know this video is a little shorter and maybe a bit all over the place as well, but I really do hope you enjoyed my video, and if so, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions for my upcoming Q&A. I really want to make that for you guys as soon as possible. Right now I'm kind of prepping for Vlogmas. I plan on going crazy this year. I'm so excited. I haven't done a Vlogmas in I think a year or two, so I'm so excited for Vlogmas this year. So stay tuned for that, and make sure you subscribe so you can see my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.